Everton breaking news: Marcos Senesi could earn £150,000 a week at Everton, with fresh terms revealed for a potential free deal. Meanwhile, with talks underway for Ricardo Pepi, Everton have the chance to upgrade on Beto straight away, and after a standout display for the U21s, Harrison Armstrong compares Braiden to Ronaldo. All this and more you can check out now with the top Everton news. So make sure to like the video and check your subscription, so you don't miss any updates about the Toffees. Alright Everton fan, Everton could be preparing for one of the most intriguing free transfers of the summer, with Bournemouth defender Marcos Senesi emerging as a serious target. On the surface, signing a proven Premier League centre-back without paying a transfer fee sounds like smart business, but as always, the reality is more complex. Senesi's contract is winding down, and several clubs are circling. Everton's interest makes sense. David Moyes values defensive structure, and adding a 28-year-old with top-flight experience would strengthen an already competitive back line. However, free rarely means cheap. Without a transfer fee involved, wages and signing-on bonuses become the key battleground. Reports suggest Senesi could command around £150,000 per week, a figure that reflects the money clubs would normally spend on a transfer. That kind of salary would immediately place him among Everton's top earners. It also signals that if he arrives, he would expect to start regularly, not sit behind James Tarkowski, Gerard Brandtwaite, or Jacob Ryan. So what would this mean for the squad? Most likely, Senesi would replace Michael Keane, whose contract situation remains uncertain. While Keane has been reliable, Senesi represents an upgrade in ball progression and defensive consistency. For a team aiming to push toward European qualification, marginal gains matter, but the decisive factor could be Everton's league finish. European football would increase the club's appeal and justify the financial outlay. Without it, competing with other interested sides for wages could become more difficult. In my opinion, this potential move reflects Everton's evolving ambition under new ownership. Free transfers of established Premier League talent show smarter recruitment, but they must align with long-term financial discipline. Senesi could be a statement signing, yet his arrival depends not only on negotiations, but on whether Everton finish the season strongly enough to make themselves the obvious choice. My friend Toffee fan, is this smart business or a risky wage commitment? Share your opinion in the comments below. So Everton's search for a more clinical edge in attack could lead them back to a familiar name this summer. Ricardo Pepi, the PSV forward, has been on the club's radar before, and with the transfer window approaching, the timing might finally be right. Pepi nearly secured a move in January, with Fulham pushing hard to bring him to the Premier League. However, a broken arm halted any potential transfer, forcing interested clubs to reassess. Now, as he works his way back to fitness, the conversation is reopening and Everton are watching closely. Why does this matter? Because striker is shaping up to be one of the key positions Everton must address. Beto has struggled for consistency, and while his physical presence offers something different, the overall output hasn't matched the ambition of a side pushing toward European places. If David Moyes wants a more dynamic forward line, Pepi presents an intriguing alternative. At 24, the American international combines sharp finishing with mobility and intelligent movement. He isn't dominant in the air, but he compensates with pace and link-up play, qualities that could complement Everton's wide attackers. His style would represent a shift away from the more direct, physical approach currently associated with Beto. Of course, competition is real. Fulham remains strongly interested, and a deal in the region of £30 million has been discussed. Everton would need to act decisively, especially if they plan to move Beto. On to fun part of the transfer. For Toffee fans, this potential signing signals evolution. Everton are not just looking for depth, they are seeking a forward capable of changing games and raising the team's ceiling. If Pepi arrives and adapts quickly to English football, he could become the focal point of a more fluid, unpredictable attack, something supporters have been waiting to see. My dear Everton fan, would you sell Beto to fund a move for Pepi? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Listen up Everton fan, there's a new name generating serious excitement around Everton right now. 18-year-old academy forward Braiden, after another standout performance in the FA Youth Cup at Hill Dickinson Stadium, belief in his potential is growing rapidly, not just among supporters but inside the dressing room as well. Graham played a decisive role in keeping Everton's youth campaign alive, stepping up in dramatic fashion to force extra time before producing a moment of real quality to help secure victory. What stood out wasn't just the goals, it was the confidence. He demanded the ball, drifted into pockets of space, and attacked defenders directly in extra time. He looked like the most dangerous player on the pitch. The hype reached another level when teammate Harrison Armstrong jokingly compared him to Ronaldo Nazario. While that comparison is clearly premature, stylistically you can see why excitement exists. Graham is direct, inventive, and thrives when running at defenders. Importantly, this isn't just fan-driven buzz. Graham has already trained with the senior squad at Finch Farm, and David Moyes has taken a close look at his development. Earlier in the season, Moyes challenged him to offer more consistency, and recent displays suggest he's responding. However, there's a reality check. Physically, Graham still has work to do. Senior Premier League football demands strength and resilience, and Moyes has emphasized that improvement in that area is essential. Everton have successfully managed this pathway before. Armstrong himself benefited from loan spells in the EFL before returning stronger and ready to contribute to the first team. In my analyse, Graham represents hope and identity. In an era of expensive transfers, seeing an academy player break through means something different. If developed carefully, he could become both a symbol of the club's future and a genuine attacking asset. The next steps will be crucial: patience, physical growth, and the right pathway could turn promise into reality. Evertonians, could Braiden Graham be the next big star from our academy? Share your opinion in the comments below. Hey Toffees, Everton could be set to benefit from a major financial shake-up in the Premier League that has the potential to boost the club's revenue by millions. According to Sky News, the league is exploring a centralized model for perimeter advertising and expanding its top-tier commercial partners, a move that could generate an additional £750 million annually across the 20 clubs. If the money were divided evenly, Everton might see around £37.5 million, a substantial increase that could impact transfer budgets, wages, and long-term planning. This potential windfall comes at a crucial moment for the Blues. Under the Friedkin Group, Everton have already seen their finances stabilise, with turnover increasing by £14.7 million to £186.9 million before moving into the Hill Dickinson Stadium. European qualification is now within reach. An extra revenue like this could allow David Moyes to strengthen the squad further, target higher caliber signings, and retain key players such as Iliman Ndiaye and Jack Grealish. It would also provide a buffer against a slow start to next season, ensuring competitiveness in a league that continues to widen the gap between established Premier League clubs and recently promoted sides. The implications go beyond Everton. Championship teams are already struggling to match the financial firepower of top-flight clubs, and a centralized commercial model could deepen that divide, reinforcing the Premier League as a near-closed shop of elite teams. Concerns have been raised about potential conflicts with individual club sponsorship deals, and Sky emphasized that this proposal is still exploratory. The final decision could affect how commercial revenue is distributed and reshape the financial landscape of English football. For Evertonians, this is highly relevant. Increased revenue means a stronger squad, a better chance of European qualification, and long-term stability. Everton's ambitions aren't just on the pitch. A move like this could accelerate the club's journey back to the upper echelons of the Premier League, ensuring they remain competitive in an increasingly financial-driven league. My friend Toffee fan, how much do you think extra Premier League revenue could help our club this summer? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is the Toffees News fan channel, and I'll stop here. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. A big hug and see you in the next video.